We're coming on the air with breaking news about President-elect Donald Trump. The Justice Department special counsel Jack Smith just filed a motion to dismiss the federal criminal case against the president-elect over his efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. The news comes after NBC News learned the Justice Department had been planning to wind down its federal cases against Mr. Trump. It also comes as NBC News learned that Smith and his team plan to resign before Mr. Trump returns to the White House. We want to go straight to our justice and intelligence correspondent, Ken Delaney. And Ken, fill us in here.
Lester, special counsel Jack Smith and his team have filed a sparse but historic document here asking Judge Tanya Chutkan to dismiss this case. And the grounds they gave is essentially that the Justice Department has always held, historically, that a sitting president can't be prosecuted or indicted, and that principle applies here. Let me just read a little bit from what they wrote. They said that the department and the country have never faced the circumstance here where a federal indictment against a private citizen has been returned by a grand jury and a criminal prosecution is already underway when the defendant is elected president. Confronted with this unprecedented situation, the special counsel's office consulted with the department's Office of Legal Counsel. That's the group inside the DOJ that decides constitutional legal positions. And then they said that after careful consideration, the Justice Department has determined that the OLC's prior opinions concerning the Constitution's prohibition on federal indictment and prosecution of a sitting president apply to this situation, Lester. So, look, this indictment, this involves the three conspiracies Donald Trump is accused of in an effort to cling to power after the 2020 election. And it marked an extraordinary moment in American history. This is the first ever accusation that a sitting president committed crimes in an effort to cling to power. The dismissal also marks an extraordinary moment. 50 years after Richard Nixon was forced by lawmakers from both parties to resign the presidency amid allegations of criminal conduct, half of American voters discounted equally serious charges of criminal misconduct in office against Donald Trump. They returned Mr. Trump to the presidency. And if the lesson of Watergate was that no one was above the law, the lesson of the Trump era is that a majority of Americans have decided that this principle no longer applies. And what I can tell you, Lester, is that we also expect a filing in the other case, which has been dismissed by the judge, that classified documents case against Mr. Trump, which is on appeal. We expect a filing there, although it's not clear exactly what that filing will say because there are two other defendants in that case. And Jack Smith, the special counsel, is required to file a report to the Attorney General before he leaves office explaining his prosecution decisions. Merrick Garland has a policy of making those reports public. So we can expect to see a public report, Lester. But in this case, we don't expect it to go much beyond the volume of material that is already in the public record about both of these criminal cases.
All right, Ken Delaney, and thank you. Let me bring in our senior legal correspondent, Laura Jarrett. Laura, what is the chance, putting politics aside, what's the chance of resuming the case 4 years from now?
Very little. You and I both noted as the filing was coming in that it said without prejudice, which means theoretically they could bring it again, but it seems highly unlikely, Lester, even notwithstanding statute of limitations issues, all of the effort and resources that were put into this. They never really got off the ground. They didn't get anywhere close to a jury trial, much less the conclusion and sentencing. They just never got there. But between the delays with the Supreme Court decision on immunity and Trump's own efforts to try to get the case blocked, I think the real question now is just whether we even see a final report from Smith's office laying out sort of what evidence he would have adduced at trial. He was also required to explain in that report why he didn't bring any charges. If there were anything that he held back, he's supposed to explain.
He had already developed a roadmap to get around the Supreme Court ruling on immunity.
He had tried, and they did a superseding indictment, so essentially rewriting the indictment to be more in line with that, kept out some of the evidence that the Supreme Court said was off limits. But even still, he was at the beginning stages of that. Trump was likely to appeal even that new indictment. And so it just really never got off the ground. So the facts didn't change. The evidence didn't change. The only thing that changed is his status.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.